I found gaining weight awful.
I was very moody.
You end up going into a state of ketosis.
Because I love food, I love to drink.
Losing the weight is the hardest part.
I spoke to some of the bigger male stars in Hollywood to see what they actually feel about all the pressure that they put on their bodies, and if they like it or if they hate it.
The taking off the shirt, I don't know if I'm like, oh yeah, I get to take my shirt off tomorrow. I don't quite have that one.
It seemed like every time we had a meeting about the movie, we'd go to a restaurant and these guys would all eat and I would just sit there drinking water.
I remember Hugh Jackman told me that he takes a lot of pictures of food and put it on Instagram and stuff while he's on diets or building up his body. Are you like that? Do you get like obsessed?
Yes, to the point where I would go and stare at menus. I would sit in restaurants smelling food, go to my favorite breakfast place and just smell the pancakes.
Do you go on a diet before something like that, or do you?
Absolutely, yeah. You got to do fitness and all those things. Because, in life I don't do that all the time.
70% is your diet, 30% is your training. That's by far the most important.
How moody do you get when you can't eat anything? I mean, I would go crazy.
That is a very good question, very moody. Particularly as you're leading up to that key shot, like the shirt off shot or whatever, and you have to get really lean because you cut out all carbs, which basically already makes you a little grumpy. You end up going into a state of ketosis, which is where you burn a lot of fat, but it makes you extremely lethargic, and for me, very, very grumpy.
Losing the weight is the hardest part, I think. I did it for Rush and did it again for this, and it was exhausting. I'd much rather put it on, work the Thor sort of weight, than this. It's, you don't, all the chemical imbalance and kind of mood swings and sensitivity to all sorts of stupid trivial things that occur.
It was quite a dramatic shift for me, the way I walked through life. 35, 40 pounds heavier of muscle, and changed everything.
But is it harder to actually put on weight than lose weight? Because you lost everything again.
Yeah, it was much harder to put it on. Oh my God, it's not even close. I mean, it was the kind of weight too. It wasn't like I just ate anything I wanted. I mean, it was all regimented 6,000 calories, but not fun food. And then working out, like heavy weightlifting, Working out, I actually like. I love going to the gym. It's fun, lifting weights and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like the dieting, I just hate. I really hate it because I love food. I love to drink. I love beer. I love all the things that basically put weight on you.
I'm actually now having to work to keep weight on because I'm doing this show that is so physical and I'm just sweating every show that I have to now I'm having to eat extra food. Okay. So I'm keep losing weight.
So that's better, kind of, because then if you're hungry all the time, it's kind of exhausting and makes
It is nice, whereas before, in order to maintain the weight loss, I couldn't eat delicious foods. I'm now being encouraged to eat delicious foods.
If someone made a joke about food, it was like, hey, that's not funny.
That's awful.
Just shut up.
So what do you like when you don't eat? Are you the kind of guy who gets moody, or are you just
I was very moody, but I wasn't tired. I had a lot of energy, but I would still go home and go to bed. We would finish shooting about 4:30 in the afternoon. By 5:30, 6 o'clock, I'd be asleep. But I'd wake up at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
More fun gaining it. Much more fun. Cheeseburgers and beer any time of day is a nice thing to say yes to.
To be in your shape, you have to be very structured, I guess. Do you have like a routine? Every morning you wake up and you do the same, and you're very focused on.
I do, but I think I'm wired that way to begin with. So not only does that happen with my food, like I will generally eat the same thing the same time every day. Like I do have a structured diet dependent on whatever the role is, and we break it down, proteins and carbohydrates and amino acids and things like that, but I'm really a creature of habit.
So is it harder for you to get into that kind of shape now than it was?
Definitely, yeah. No, it was a lot of work. It was no fun. It was a lot of time in the gym and a very specific diet, and yeah, I don't recommend it at all. And when I stop being him, then I instantly put on 20 pounds.
I found gaining weight awful.
Okay.
Like I remember eating a steak and then finishing and being like, oh, no more. And then just another plate of food. I'm like, really? I eat that and then another plate of food, just constantly eating. and almost like constantly feeling sick. And then to go to the other extreme of just being starving was ridiculous.
Is it worse to gain the weight or?
No, it's worse gaining it. It's fun for like 2 weeks because you can eat whatever you want, but then you have to continue to eat. And we were down in Louisiana, eating a lot of fried food. And I found myself at my most uncomfortable when having to sit down to put my socks on.
Really?
Yes, that was when I was like, I'm taking this way too far.
I think because I'm also so busy that I don't have time to just sit and eat and course after course. It's just, I mean, look.
Was that chicken for you earlier?
It's
No.
chicken. It's chicken, tomato and curry, jasmine rice. So everything is very structured, but I also think in my DNA, my entire day is also very structured. Like down to the minute is really taken up. So it's just one of those things.
He doesn't like to exercise, this man.
I fucking hate it. And then we got to the scene, and I think probably because I spent most of the scene going, oh, I'm gonna get my wand! I'm gonna get
Look at all the work I've done!
I think the acting was so bad that it got cut.
I found myself, as soon as I put on all the weight, I would like walk around corners and like run into walls because I didn't realize my shoulder stuck out that far. So I never even really got used to it. And then when we finished filming, I mean, I just had all that weight on just for that role. I mean, I'm much lighter now than I was in the movies.
So what was the first thing you ate when you finished that?
Like cake and ice cream. I remember, and this was like 2 years ago now, when we finished filming my last shirtless scene in the whole franchise. I went straight from set to one of my favorite restaurants in Vancouver where we filmed, and it was dinner time. I didn't even order dinner. I just had a bunch of dessert. And it was nice.
What was the first thing you ate when you were like, okay, now I'm over this? Can you
We went to a restaurant and had just kind of everything that we couldn't have, you know, be pasta, pizza, hamburgers, steak, you know, high calorie foods. But it wasn't nearly as satisfactory as I thought it was going to be. You know, you kind of build it up for so long and then you have it and you're kind of like, oh, that's it, you know, and so you sort of realize it's, for me anyway, it's more about like, you know, you just want what you can't have a lot of the time.
So what was the first thing you ate after this movie?
Pasta, like, you know, pasta and pizza and that kind of stuff.
Hi there, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, please subscribe to my channel, share my videos, like them, comment below if you have anything you want to share with me or with other people here on YouTube. And I hope I see you again soon. Bye.